Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on Lee Chess, and I'm playing a Fischer Random game against Banana Dealer. All right, let's see. Um, I think this is a good start. I don't want to take too much time on the first move. I know you probably should, but yeah, I want to get things kicked off. I think this is a good start. I like having this knight right behind the pawn. And we could maybe... this is a pretty awkward piece in the corner. This knight. I was going to say we could maybe start to see this evolve into like a bird's opening. I'm wondering about knight f3 and then g3. Maybe I make actually another pawn move. B4 and then knight b3, although b4 gives this square up for knight b6 into here. I'll have to be a bit careful about that. I think actually this is a good start. This was very tempting, but if I play knight f3 and then g3, the bishop can make use of this square. So my idea here is g3, bishop g2, knight f3. So let's swing the bat completely around. Let's follow through with that. I'm wondering if maybe there was some quick way to open up the position, because this is a pretty slow approach that I took here to organize the pieces. Yeah, so let's just go here. So now when I castle, the king will just go over to g1 and the rook will stay. Let's see. Yeah, as mentioned, I have to be a bit hesitant with this b4 move. Excuse me. This seems to run into knight d4 possibilities. I think I want to do this move. And there's no rush. Let's do the move that I know I'm going to have to make anyhow. Let's do that right away. So yeah, I'm thinking d3. What's this queen up to? Okay, I guess they're trying to eliminate my light square bishop. Okay, well, I don't think there's much I could do about that anyhow. Let's get this move in here. You know what? Wait a second. Maybe I do go with b4. What am I talking about? b4 doesn't make this a hole. That was silly. My pawn will be fine here. Or will it? I'm still afraid of knight to a4. a4 would be seriously weakened after a b4 move. If I play knight b3, c5... how about I go b3, c5, and then bishop b2, knight c2? Decision time. I'm gonna gun for this. If the knight wants to go to a4, I'm gonna let him go to a4. Knight b6, bishop b2, knight a4, bishop e5. And then maybe I could even step my queen up to b3 to challenge the knight. We're gonna see. Yeah, given some time, I want to get this move in, bishop b2, and if it's not quick enough, knight a4, I can maybe even tuck my bishop back in the corner. So knight b6. Okay, they're striking right away. And I kind of... Oh, you know what? After I take, the queen recaptures with check. Yeah, I have moved my f-pawn, haven't I? Should that really be so big a deal? Well... Oh, I really don't want to do that. Yeah. Let's actually... This is tricky. Yeah, this is pretty tricky. I don't like inviting the queen forward. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I don't want to be so quick to give up the c5 square to the queen. Yeah, takes. I'm gonna recapture with the pawn. Maybe I get knight b3 and then start to view the d4 square as a hole. It's not a hole by definition because the pawn could control it at some point, but I have this pawn here watching over it. Probably this. Or no, I should do this move. I have to give up my dark square bishop eventually, though. I'm in some trouble here. This knight a4 move is going to hurt me. Well, yeah, I'm suffering here already. Knight b6 into a4. These dark squares are really hurting me. Okay, I'm going to try to get by with this. I think knight a4, bishop e5, takes, knight c3, although no. Knight a4, bishop e5, pawn takes, queen takes b4. I think I need to cover c3. And c2 is defended. Okay, we might be having this. Also, this is a super weakened point here, e3, as soon as I played to this diagonal. So a move like knight g4 could hurt me. Dropping into here. Yeah, they're going straight for that. It's going to be painful. Look at my dark squares. This hurts. Yeah, this is hurting. That knight's gonna kill me. Yeah, let's just try to move forward. Look at this guy in the corner. Tough day at the office. Probably b5, and I'm close to resigning. Yeah, what do I do? What do I do about a knight that's going to arrive right here? What to do? I gotta lash. I feel like I need to lash out. So let's do that. I think there's just a winning continuation with c4. c4, and then no matter where my queen goes, the knight c3 is going to hit with the fork. Alright, well, my plan here is going to try to complicate things. I don't know how successful I'll be with that. But I have to get it, try and make it a bit messy here, as best as I can. So I'm covering this at least, and maybe I could get out of any potential forks by exchanging on this square first. So they went straight in for that. My knight's still in the corner. Not cool. Well, let's go here. I gotta get a new square for my... I have to get some square for my knight, I should say. Yeah, this is real bad. This diagonal is weakened, so maybe there's a timely check I could make. I don't know. I should probably kick this knight out of here before he hurts me. Or is it already too late? No, he ran away scared. Okay. Yeah, still not in a good position. That hasn't changed. Throw my knight in the center. Hope for the best. Yeah, he's got to get working, though. He's got to get working. Yeah, I got to try this, I guess. It's very shaky. Restricting my queen like this, defending the knight. Yeah. Okay. That hurts. This is very difficult. Yeah, I don't have much to do here. My knight is in some serious trouble. Alright, let's go here. I could recapture with my queen. I missed that. I was thinking I have to take with the knight, because I have to watch over this now. Yeah, they got a lot of pressure here. This knight gonna do something dangerous. I still have this diagonal. Maybe I could make something happen. Also, my bishop is defended with my knight here. Living off of the increment, as usual. There is no b takes c because I still have pressure on the knight. C takes b? I don't know if that's really benefiting black. Okay. Let's go here, I guess. Yeah, not sure. Okay, they're going for that. Still, I'm down a pawn here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like black could have killed me much sooner. I'm somehow still, fishing. I think I have to try for this. Hope for the best. Yeah, there's not much hope, though. Yeah, that's simple and good. I guess we're going to try for this. Liquidated queenside. Maybe I have knight g5 at some point. Pressure on f7. Some in-betweener stuff. Taking here with check. I don't know. Are we going to have these liquidated? Okay, they are gone. Maybe they're going to insert some checks here. I'd have to bounce back and forth from f2 to g1. I wouldn't have anything better. That seems quite annoying. Throw in another check. I have to stay off of the f1 square. Let's just crawl up into a ball. What else am I going to do? I mean, really. Oh, that hurts. That's a good move. Let's go here. Put pressure on something. That's my idea. They're going to hit with knight e4. I almost lost it. I did lose on time. Man! Yeah, this was losing anyhow, but... yeah, I would have liked to have fought on a little bit more. I'm not going to spend too much attention checking this out with the computer, but yeah, I wonder, it's always, when I play the Fischer Randoms, it's always interesting to me how to, the early stage, how exactly to organize the pieces. And yeah, this f4 move, maybe not such a good idea. I mean, I really started to feel some pressure on this diagonal. Whenever, even in the Fischer Random games, right? As soon as you touch your f-pawn, 1 or 2 squares forward, your king is vulnerable. Both rank and diagonal. Yeah, and that got to be a bit annoying because that c5 push and the queen, just the threat of the queen arriving here and the e3 square. My opponent did really well to highlight these weaknesses. The weakness of the diagonal, the weakness of the e3 square. And yeah, I was in some serious trouble. Let's click on this and see what it... let's actually go to... Yeah. As you're seeing down, I think you could see it. Yeah, it's in there. -3. So yeah. Way downhill. Right around what point? Yeah, as soon as c5 hit, in my reply to c5, a3, and that's where there's a mistake, and it was just downhill from there. Let's see, it did just pop up this knight b3 move. I guess I have to, no, I don't know, maybe that's a bit too strong, but knight b3, Knight b3. Yeah, maybe my infatuation here with having pawns out in front of my knights is maybe a bit of a stretch. I think it's a pretty decent general guide to go forward with, but in this particular case, trying to make it happen over here on the queen side with b4, knight b3, maybe I have to come up with something else. Just knight b3, or maybe even c3, knight c2. Yeah, I mean, my opponent pounced on, like, not every weakness, but enough of them, I had b4 up. What did the knight do? He jumped into a4. e3 was weakened. What did he do? He jumped, or at least threatened to go into e3. The diagonal was weakened. What did black do? He tried to exchange off a pawn that was on that square so the queen could get there. Yeah, that was a very good game by my opponent. I mean, the b4 move, probably should shy away from that. Okay. So I went with g3. I think this is still fine, what I'm doing on the king side. But how I went forward on the queen side, yeah, something needs to change there. Now it's calling for b4. Okay, computer likes b4 all of a sudden. I don't understand chess. Okay, I went d3. Castles. Now knight b3. No, it still likes b4. I don't understand. Okay, I went with b4. c5. It wants to take. This does not feel right. To take... And then after the recapture. What? I'm in check. Why are you calling out for b4 here? This doesn't feel right. After a check, knight here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Why is this arrow popping up like that? All right. Anyhow, yeah, it just doesn't feel right. This b4 move, these squares weakened, and this knight jumping in here turned out to be more of a problem than I would have anticipated. I saw that it weakened c3, but I thought I could remedy that. I was also, he's overloaded. Maybe this is another way to view it. I mean, he already from c1, maybe even back up right here. As soon as I play d3, this move right here is placing a certain restriction on my bishop. And couple that with the move b4, now it's just a tremendous weakening of my dark squares. And this was maybe that's the big summary with this one. The dark square weaknesses were really exploited in this one. The dark diagonal here and these three a3, c3, e3 squares were really pounced on or threatened. You know, c5, a3 is what it doesn't like. It's suggesting what? Oh, we already looked at it, to just capture. And then b4, yeah. I guess something's going a little screwy there if they're calling for b4, an illegal move. But, yeah. Maybe b4 isn't even a good idea to begin with. Maybe there's something messy going on right here. But, yeah, I think I should do something different. Maybe knight b3. Knight b3 and c5. I really didn't like this. Maybe I have to do it like this even. c3, knight c2. I don't know. It's tricky. I'd even go as far back as my first move with f4. You know, as mentioned, this idea that I'm having with having the pawns out in front of my knights. I'm doing that in both cases here. b4, f4, and then the knight's right behind. It's I kind of like that setup because it's harmonious when the pawn is out in front of the knight like that. He has these support points, these advancing support points. But yeah, maybe a bit too much in this one, weakening my dark squares. Yeah. And it was really, as you see here with the evaluation, it was really just downhill. But, yeah, really, I guess a disaster with the opening here, huh? That could easily happen with Fischer Random down a pawn here. I think there was something even better for my opponent right around here after I played e4. Doesn't c4 just win on the spot? Because these two squares are covered, and now... Oh, you know what? I have this capture, actually. I was thinking I have to go to one of these two, and then knight c3 hits with the fork. But I do have this capture, and on b takes I could take the knight, and on d takes I could first take here, and then... Well, I mean, it's still very difficult. I mean, a knight getting here. Look at this guy in the corner. I can't even look at him anymore. Okay, I guess that's what you get sometimes with Fischer Random. It's been a while since I posted one of these to the channel. But anyhow, feel free to leave any feedback to this video. I know it's not the best ending. A lot of frustrated viewers, I'm sure, whenever I lose on time. My time management, but yeah, that's going to happen. And anyhow, feel free to leave any feedback in the comment section below. Are you a fan of Fischer Random? I enjoy playing it from time to time. And also the 3 check, I'll have to do another 3 check. I haven't gotten around to that in a while, but anyhow, feel free to leave any feedback in the comment section below to this video. And as usual, I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.